Hey everyone, Jerry here, and we are back in OpenTTD. Now, the terrible spider has been defeated, and we'll just take the game out of pause here. The spider has been defeated, and using the whole building trees around the city tip, I think I have managed to get my company rating up in this town good enough so I can actually make my cargo station here. So we'll plug that right there in the middle, and then we shall find all of these vehicles here, which again never make any profit because the unload stations keep stopping or keep refusing to accept the goods, the tin hamburgers. So yeah, anyway, with that sorted, now they were all on share orders, so I think all of them actually going to the same place. I mean, you're still loaded with goods, so you actually need to skip and turn around. And as soon as I sort that out, the city starts accepting goods again. Now, I'm not gonna swap them back. You guys can go suck a fat one. And in the meantime, I shall go up here and see, did I actually finish my oil system here? No, I did not. Let's see, we have ship coming in here, another ship there, and they should be set for transfer and leave empty. Excellent. So we have this one train here waiting. Full load any cargo, go up here, Microprose north, exactly. Leave empty, good. And they can pass straight through here. Now we have this one here, who's empty as well. That's one of the trains from the previous location. And there should be one last one, I think that's the one. Yeah. Okay, so we have all the free trains for now coming down there. We have only 2 ships feeding it, but I don't know if that'll be enough. If not, then we'll add another ship. But like, we have plenty of oil fields out here. Please tell me that's... Yeah. That kind of brings me to another thing which I'd like to bring up during this episode. This will be the final OpenTTD episode that I'm doing for now, at least. The short story is that my inspiration has kind of run dry with the game. I mean, the whole premise I set out to achieve, introduce people to the game, show them how the different systems and such work. I think with covering both oil fields, ships, planes, trains, cars, I've more or less covered all the bases in terms of the opportunities you have for transportation here in the game. We have more money that I can spend, meaning I can like use it to throw some money in this. Hopefully it can fix the goods problem without me having to bother with it. But the short story is that I have achieved what I set out to do with this series. Now, we don't have the most advanced rail network in the history of OpenTTD by far. I mean, we did do some pretty good stuff here, which is pretty efficient. Like after we switched to new engines as well, everything's flowing quite smoothly here. We have a lot of trains passing through these bridges and such every single day. So, and we don't see any traffic jams now. Again, these aren't the biggest trains or the most trains you could possibly fit in here. Like I've probably built this to handle a much larger capacity than I'm actually using. But yeah, without like any inspiration, without goals to achieve either through some sort of roleplay or just having some sort of mission set to connect every single city on the map, it's just not as interesting for me to do anymore. So this is the final episode where I'm trying to sort stuff out and just leave it in a good place for maybe a possible return later. Maybe if I do come back to OpenTTD, I'll do it in the Candyland, who knows. Personally, I've always found the desert more interesting than the default here, but seeing as this is the default, then I figured it would make most sense to try and introduce people using this. Sure, I'm not gonna use it, but whatever. So yeah, there's not actually a lot to do, like in terms of either I start expanding stuff. I need to add another ship here. Okay, so let's just do that. Put a buoy here, and then we'll make a depot down here somewhere. And we want the good old oil tank, of course, so you can go here, fill up, and you go immediately. Go to the buoy, go here, and transfer, and then back to the buoy. There it is. Excellent. Ship 12. So yeah, as sort of a final thing, I guess we can... I mean, this town here we've managed to grow quite big, even though we have one trade station in it. But it's, population-wise, it's getting there. This one as well. We have a lot more going around this station here, so they should really love us. But they don't. Which is why I'm quickly gonna, let's see, rename. There we go. I should have done this a long time ago. Because these guys are assholes. So. Now so in order to kind of wrap this up, I mean, the stuff I haven't touched upon is transportation of wood. And coal. But jokes aside, wood to sawmill, which produces goods to cities. It's a very simple resource chain, the same with the, or very similar to the farms. Except that the amounts, they're about the same really, but it depends. Coal to power plants, that's a one-way thing. So that's incredibly boring in that sense. There's just basically any power plant will do. And you're not even getting anything from the power plants, like cities don't actually need power to grow and that sort of thing. That'd be something that you could... I believe there are like mods you can add in to OpenTTD to make it so that cities need goods when they start reaching a certain size in order for them to grow at all. So that's like one way to add some more game to it. I think there's a bunch of other different game rule set mods as well. New graphs or whatever they're called. There's of course also the AI scripts that I haven't touched upon. A big part of that has to do with me just trying to be true to like the vanilla TTD game. So that's part of why I haven't touched upon many of the mods, but also the whole competitive AI aspect. It seemed a bit like it would just get in the way when I was trying to do a video series to show people how the game works. So yeah, I mean, right now I'm not doing anything particularly interesting, I'm just panning around. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot to do. We got a pretty good setup. We're transporting our goods from our two major production places. We have our planes going in circles, picking up passengers and mail, and valuables, wherever they go. We have a long railway going all the way down here, which is now useless because this city here doesn't actually want the goods that we're giving them. So we just have a bunch of goods in here that we can't do anything with. So that's, I guess that's the one unsolved issue that I have at the moment. But seeing as how much it takes to solve it, I'm not gonna waste the time for that, since I'm stopping this series. So instead of leaving you all just listening to me talk about absolutely nothing for 20 minutes, I'm gonna cut this episode short and say I've had fun doing this game. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have as well. I've done some things, like I've never used the transfer system myself before, so that was kind of a learning experience for me as well. But in general, I think what I've done here is enough to kind of get people started on the game, kind of show them the ropes. See how can you set up a train line, how to set up a successful bus line, how do you do planes, what kind of production chains are there that you can do, where are the big bucks, that sort of thing. So I reckon I've been pretty successful in that sense. So yeah, I'm Jerry and this has been OpenTTD. Now with me ending this series, that means I'll of course I'll need to replace it with something else, otherwise I'm just gonna get bored. So you might very well see a new series on my channel very soon. So I'm hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I know I am. It's gonna be nice getting into a game with a bit more. I've revealed somewhere at least what game I'm gonna pick next, but yeah, for those who don't know, I'm just gonna leave it as a big unknown, and then you can look forward to that. So yeah, I'm Jerry, this has been OpenTTD, and I hope you enjoyed.